Hey guys, good afternoon. Damon Gonzalez from Latin Box Sports. We're back here. I'm about to get a couple of the guys on right now. Here we go. This is gonna be very exciting, man. I got some really nice guests coming on with us, so we could chop it up, have a little fun. Again, man, we're doing this for the boxing community, man. We're doing it for everybody. We appreciate all your support. We appreciate everything you're doing. This is just a great thing. So we are so happy and glad to do this. And if you give me about a couple of minutes, we'll have our guest on. We're getting them on right now. They're all connecting to us now. And it should be very, very exciting to have a couple of the heavyweights, former heavyweights, on with us to talk about a few things, especially boxing today. So it's going to be exciting. So again, earlier today we had a light heavyweight Alfonso Lopez on with us earlier today. That was very nice to have him come on and join us and give us some updates on how things are going in Texas with him and the promotions, El Tigre promotions. We're pretty excited about hearing how things were going down there, and everybody's just hoping and waiting for boxing to come back. All right. I got the fighters getting ready to come on any minute now, and we'll get the ball rolling. Hopefully this will work out great. So yeah, I'm trying to pull off something really, really nice here. So let's see what happens, and hopefully it works out. Trying out these new platforms, they're pretty awesome. You just learn as you go. Ain't no shame in that. All right. We should have our guest on any minute to get things rolling. We thank you everybody for tuning in with Latin Box Sports with the Slip Punches show. Here we go. James Buddy McGirt, how you doing, champ?
All right, what's up, babe?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I got a couple of the guys trying to link up with us and come live with us. Hey,
Okay.
listen, we had Adam Lopez on the show the other day. What a great kid, man.
Yeah, he is, man. I love the kid. He's a good kid, man. I wish, I just wish he gets the good the good breaks, man. And he's got everything it takes to become champ. He's a loyal kid. You know what I mean? Can't wait for big time. Does Jameel know I'm gonna be here?
Yeah, he should be on any minute. We have Oquendo with us, man. Say what's up to Oquendo.
What's up, champ?
Hello, guys. What's up, champs?
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Slow motion, baby.
That's good. Here, just doing a lot of online working with the youth. I got my boxing academy.
Oh, great.
We got like over 100 kids in the Chicagoland area. A lot of at-risk youth, but try to keep them positive and at home safe.
Hey, do you see Nate Jones?
Yeah, he's one of my coaches. Yeah, I was with him yesterday. I see him every other day. Yeah, every day.
When you see him, say, Nate, do the Mississippi.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna tell him. All right.
He was in a fight. He was fighting Derek Banks one time. I said, do the Mississippi. Nate did a crazy ass move.
Wow. Were you training him at that time?
Yeah. Derek Banks looked at me and said, shut up.
Oh my
Oh wow.
I'm
sure will. I'm gonna tell him.
Nobody can help me.
Hey Jameel, put on your camera so we can see you.
Hey, Mr. Politician.
Hey, I can't hear you yet. Let me fix my mic.
Look who it is.
Fix my mic. Let me fix my mic.
The next president of the United States of America.
That's what I'm talking about. Yo, how's that U program working, man? How's it going? Fresh, you with us?
How come nobody helped me?
Jameel, you don't need help, Jameel.
He'll come back on.
Prez is frozen.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come back on too. Definitely. So yeah, man, it's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty awesome. Adam, he's doing real well. I see him in camp with you. I'm sure he's gonna get the call to fight behind closed doors.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fighting in June.
Okay, is that where Top Rank has him scheduled for?
That's what they said.
Okay, we got Fresh back on. Fresh, you with us?
Yep.
Hey, Fred, what do you see Eddie Davis?
Eddie Davis, yep. He still be like a little penguin out of his gym.
Hey, tell him I said hello, man. Him and Nate, those my guys, man.
Fresh, you with us, man? Yo, so talk to me, buddy, man. We got Jameel coming back on. Let's see if he could join us. There he go.
I still can't hear you guys.
Hey, Jameel, man. Jameel,
you with us?
Jameel.
Big brother.
Yeah. He's having serious trouble.
Yeah. Hey, Fresh, you with us, bro?
Thank you.
Buddy McGirt, what are your thoughts, man, the fight of the fight being behind closed doors?
Hey, man, listen. As long as TV broadcasts it, I mean, these guys, you know, I mean, it's gonna be to me, it's crazy, but you got to do what you got to do, man. You know, some of these guys, you know, they depend on boxing to make a living. So, audience or no audience, that check is still the same. So, I mean, hey, listen, I'm driving, so if you see me looking around, I'm not crazy. Hello?
I understand.
Yeah, I'm backing up right now. But yeah, man, so I mean, you know, I think it's different. I mean, it's different, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, man.
But obviously, these kids, they're in camp and they're taking things serious.
Yeah.
Hey, give me your thoughts, man. Yesterday was the anniversary of Gotti Ward, man. Give me your thoughts about, you know, the celebration of two warriors that met in the ring for 3 amazing fights. That, of course,
man, listen. All I can say is it was an honor to be a part of it. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. It was an honor to be a part of it, of that trilogy. And also, I was a part of the Tarver Roy Jones trilogy.
Right.
So, you know, but that trilogy there, man, all I can remember is Michael Buffer making his announcement.
Right.
Introducing Arturo.
Buddy, look who's online with us.
Brother.
Is that Lamon?
That's Lamon.
No shit. Hey, Damon, you ever meet Lamon Brewster's father?
Yes, I have.
He say, no shit.
Yeah, my daddy's off the chain. That's for real.
Lamon, we got Fresh Oquendo on the line with us, man. Say what's up to Fresh.
Shit, what's up, baby?
Hey, Lamon, what's up, my brother?
What's going on with you, dude?
Man, I'm out here. I was doing online learning with the youth, so I was caught up for a little bit, but try to make sure they keep positive, man. Like I was telling these gentlemen here, you know, you've been one of my main supporters, man. I'll never forget, man. I appreciate you coming all the way from Indianapolis to Chicago, man, for that donation for these kids, man. That meant so much to me personally.
That's what's up, man. Hey, we all we got, man. That's my hashtag. We all we got.
And I want to support your foundation too. So I want to talk to you about that too, because I want to do a donation. I'm ready.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank
Yep.
you. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yo, listen, man, all three of you definitely fraternity alumni in the sport of boxing, man. Let me ask you guys a question, starting with you, Lamon. The heavyweight division today, man. What are your thoughts of the division?
What do I think of the division?
Yes.
You know, man, that's I'm the wrong person to ask.
Why so?
because
Keep it real. It's all right.
because well, you know, man, I mean, Buddy could probably tell you better than me, but I just feel like the work ethic of these fighters today, they fight from the standpoint of they're athletes that a trainer taught how to fight. They're not natural born killers, if you will.
Hey,
Right.
Mike, my answer to that question would be next question.
How about you, Fresh? You got something you want to tap on that?
Hey, that's why don't nobody want to fight Fred. You know what I mean?
You already know, man. It's crazy.
It's the work ethic, man. These dudes are babies today, man. I'm
You're right.
serious, man.
100%. You're right, brother. Ain't like us from back in the days, man.
Right.
Zero.
Right.
Hey, Damon, I'm
What's
gonna tell you
up?
a true story. I used to travel 3 hours to get to the fucking gym. 3 hours. Train and another 3 hours back 6 days a week. If you ask a fighter today to drive 30 minutes to the gym, they look at you like you're crazy.
That's
Very true.
Yep.
yep.
Very true.
They be like 30 minutes. Oh my God.
Yep.
I used to live in Long Island. I used to go from Long Island to Jersey City every day.
Wow.
I used to take 2 trains and then walk a mile and a half to the gym.
Oh, wow.
I did that for 6 years. Until I started making money. So I could stay in a hotel.
Wow.
So when these guys like, oh man, I got to drive 30 minutes. I'm like, you know what? Just stay where you at. Don't waste my time.
Yep.
Pretty much, man.
You got me beat. I used to fight. My gym was about a mile and a half away, and I didn't have a car when I was a teenager. I used to have to fight to get to the gym, fight at the gym, and then fight to get home. But when I got about 15, this dude told me stop holding back because I was afraid that if I went into the gym and beat up the dudes in the gym, they was gonna try to jump me, even though they was fighting me when I left the gym anyway. So I just the dude that told me that he ended up being the biggest drug dealer in the state of Indiana, and I didn't even know it. And he was the best boxer, and he got killed. And so the week after the funeral, I went to the gym and I decided to walk up them steps, and I heard that bell ring, and I just stopped at the bottom of the steps, and I just said, man, I'm not gonna hold back, man. Because I've been holding back since I was like 12 years old. I'm 15 now, and I'm the only dude that knew how to go to school when he was between the ages of 12 years old and 15, and knew how to put on foundation that he stole from his mother just to cover up the black eyes and all the fighting every day, like every day. And so I went up to the gym. I went upstairs that day, and shoot, man, for the first time, I just let it all out. And I knocked out everybody that got in the ring. I literally knocked out everybody that got in the ring in one day. Like 4 dudes, the baddest dudes from the whole hood, I knocked out in one day. And from that day forward, from 15 on, nobody ever messed with me. So now I'm like a ghetto superhero without a cape.
Wow.
Hey,
We got a lot of light. We got a lot of similarities, brother.
Hey, Lamon, why you just didn't fight halfway to the gym and turn around, fight the other halfway back, and you'd have saved yourself a whole lot of fight?
What had happened was my daddy name is Brewster, and he said, son, if you put your mind to something, don't give up. See it all the way through, boy. So I That's what I did, man.
Oh,
No
Lamon,
shit.
I want to ask you, man. Lamon Brewster, relentless at his prime, fighting Klitschko at his prime. You took that boy out, man. Was that the biggest fight of your career?
Yes, man. That was definitely the biggest fight of my career. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, fellas, I hate to be a party pooper, but I'm at my destination right now, and I have to go inside. If not, I'm gonna be in hot water.
Gina.
No. I got my daughter Chase with me.
Hey,
Hey,
Jay.
oh, she's
what's up,
gorgeous.
Chase?
God bless her.
Hey, Lamon, that's the youngest one.
I remember her.
Yes.
Wow,
So,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful.
That was the one with
Thank
the
you.
big. She used to have the bottle with the Kool-Aid in it with the pepper.
And now she's 17, man.
Oh my!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But listen, you guys be safe. Damon, stay black. Fred.
Thank you, buddy.
And Fred, also tell George I said what's up, man.
Oh, George Hernandez, he loves you. He
George,
talks
my
about
man.
you all the time.
Layman, my love
Yep,
to
he
the
loves
family. And tell
Same
your
here.
dad I said, no shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, and tell him I got a hat that fits my head. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
All right, brother.
Hey, both of you guys, I want to ask you, Fred Oquendo, starting with you, man. Talk about your foundation, man. Talk about what's popping in Chicago.
Man, brother, I've been having my foundation now, for the grassroots back in 2009, man. Right after I took a little hiatus in my career, ended up servicing my community where I grew up at. Like Lamon was talking about, going through these battles just to get to the gym and get back home. Man, that's crazy because we got not as worse as Lamon, but I was sort of in the similarity because where I trained at, it was another gang, Deuces, and then where I live at is Latin Kings. So it's like like I'm in the middle of a fucking war zone, and at the age of 13, I'm like, but I didn't think about that because they know not to mess with me. People that's doing positive, people in school. So I never had to worry about that. So that's how I ended up getting a little slip and just did my thing, for all these years. And they even supported me. The Latin Kings, they ended up going to my Golden Glove fights and sponsoring me, and stuff like that. But they never want to initiate me. That's one thing I noticed. And growing up in the projects, I see a lot of adversity, poor kids and a lot of kids that want to even go boxing, but they couldn't afford to buy no shorts or train, or anything. So, I was a kid and I'm like, man, that's so sad. And, my mom on welfare and stuff, but she ended up making it coming through, even though my dad, he was on the other side of the country, he was in Puerto Rico, New York, he was like Papa was a Rolling Stone, wherever he lay his head was home. But I still love him, what I'm saying, throughout all the years of going through that. He ended up, I ended up forgiving him, and today in age, he's not here, passed away a couple of years ago, and we're real tight, and Lamon met my dad several times. He was always in my fights, when we fought at St. Card, Atlantic City, New Jersey, a couple other times, we were really tight knit. And, my dad always, envisioned that, man, son, I may not have been there since you was, young and through your little childhood, but, now, I knew you had this talent, in boxing. And I want to encourage you, when you get older, you want to help these kids that can't even afford to buy shorts or pants, to train. And he planted my dad in, and as I, start, torch, not retirement, but, career back 2010, he just advised me, son, let's get this 501c3, start helping these youth, you're still, in your peak. Let's, gain interest to help the community, where I grew up at in the projects, by Homer Park, and man, where I was born, name.
Yeah, I'm here. You there? Lamon, we kind of lost him there for a minute.
Okay.
Try coming back in, Fresh, okay? How about you, Lamon? Talk about your foundation, things that have been going on with you, and man, it's always great to see that you're linking in the boxing community.
Thank you, man. So what my foundation is called Brewster's Place, and my website is brewsters.place. So BREWSTER place. I'm sorry, Brewster's plural place. Brewster's dot place or brewstersplace.com. But my foundation is a little different than other foundations, I think, because instead of okay, so people normally want to come to a gym to learn how to fight, right?
Mhm.
So what I've done was I've I've switched it. I teach people life in the boxing ring. So when you come to my program, it's a 6 week program, twice a week for 45 minutes. And basically what I'm doing is I'm taking you through a training camp. So a 6 week training camp, you'll be coming in there. There's no BS. There's a certain there's a certain way that you like there are rules that you have to follow, not just for the program when you're in the gym, but outside of the gym, because
Right.
everything I'm teaching you is for life, because every single punch in the boxing world, I can tell you and show you what it means to life. Every defense, every style, the ring represents the world. So what I've done is I've broken it down, and I plan on sharing this among all of the boxing world, like the new Boys Club of America, if you will, under one banner, because Brewster's Place doesn't represent Lamon Brewster. Brewster's Place represents a city. It represents a family, just like the movie Brewster's Place. It represented a neighborhood, a community. And as a community of boxing, man, who better to teach these kids life after boxing? I mean, life after boxing, so to speak. So for me, I'm trying to teach them, like for instance, a lot of kids don't have fathers today. I mean, they didn't have some of them didn't have fathers growing up when I in my era, the 70s, the 80s, and 90s. But even now is worse. So what I'm trying to do is teach those kids these affirmations through boxing, so that if your father isn't around or somebody not around to give you good advice, we've already shown you how to fight in life, because every punch represents a technique that you have to use in life. The way, everything from the way that you stand, everything from your style, because everybody's style is mentally what makes them who they are inside the ring. Because, for instance, if you're an offensive fighter versus a defensive fighter, if you are a counter puncher, if you're an aggressive fighter, if you like to run, do you like to stand toe to toe? So I've molded people's mind to, I've because boxing is all 90% mental, in my opinion. Anyway, anybody can get in shape, but
Yeah.
to be smart, to be able, because Franz can tell you some of the best fighters in the entire world was gym fighters.
Right.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
fighters. I know fighters that literally could beat up anybody in the world, but when they got in front of more than 10 people, and you ring the bell, and there's some money at the end, they freeze up.
Yep.
Now I'm talking about guys that's like, man, could have been like Muhammad Ali times 10
Yeah.
until in the
Yeah.
gym, that is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's
Oh
true.
yeah.
It's very true.
So what I've tried to do was teach people that come to my gym, that partake in this program. I try to teach them how to fight in life, because coming to the gym and putting your hands up and throwing punches, Stevie Wonder can do.
Yeah.
But there are things in life that life throws at us, that you need a real mindset of understanding on how to overcome some of the things that life throws at you. And when you don't have a foundation to stand on, because nobody really took the time to give you that understanding on what life is, then a lot of times you find people lost, man, lost in the sauce, as they say. So I've just tried to make it so that my nonprofit organization can work with every single other nonprofit organization because what I have to offer is would only help their nonprofit organization. And like I said, coming from a mental standpoint, because mental health mental health issues is one of the greatest unspoken things in all communities, especially in America. A lot of mental health issues goes on in our communities and
Yep.
they go undiagnosed. And
Yep.
so you wonder why people turn out the way that they do.
Yep.
Well, what I'm trying to do is help people mind to understand you got to do this, 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 and this in order to achieve this, this, or that. You know what I mean? So
Correct.
yeah, that's layman's terms, and I'm layman.
Yep.
Good look, Lamon. I appreciate those comments, man. Chris, I want to ask you something, and then, of course, the same question to you, Lamon. Now that, of course, our country and the world is adapting to the coronavirus issues and behind closed doors, you see that combat sports is starting to come back. The UFC had some fights this past weekend, and boxing will be next month. What are your thoughts about boxing behind closed doors, Press?
You know, it's very interesting. I myself with my foundation, that's why I couldn't get on the show earlier due to I do a lot of online learning with my youth. All the kids that I mentor and train. Virtual video. It's interesting, but as far as that aspect, it's no fans, correct? No fans can attend. Is that correct, Damon?
Right, no fans.
Man, that's interesting. And your question was, would that be as a success as the fans were there as well, or?
Well, most likely all the shows they're going to have either streaming on Facebook or, of course, the national TV shows, the Fox shows, the ESPNs,
I got it.
Showtime, everybody's going to broadcast. But again, the sport itself, we're all going to have to adapt to this for a little while.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like Lamon was saying earlier, boxing, 90, 80% mental. The rest is, he says anybody could train 20%, fit. So in that aspect, combat sport, it'll be interesting. I mean, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay, but not having the fans, yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm like, wow, but like Layman said, boxing is all mental. You're in that ring, don't have to worry about, nothing but just you and your opponent. Wow, that's gonna be interesting. It's wow, that's a tough one because, I mean, me personally, I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, at least the athlete keeps making a living and gaining fans. Now that everything is social media and stuff like that, so it's not like they're gonna be losing out, on notoriety. But in our era, like with me and Brewster coming up, wow, it's gonna be interesting. So, man, it's I don't know if it's gonna be a successful thing to do, but time will tell. Time will tell.
Right.
Maybe Layman can answer that more better than me. That's
Your
interesting.
thoughts, Layman?
All right, repeat the question, please.
Boxing adapting to, of course, when they come back next month, with behind closed doors, doing shows without no fans there. What are your thoughts to that?
I think that I think it's good, believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy, man, but you know, this is the thing about life. Nothing in life stays the same. Not even life. Even people die. So
Yep.
change is good, but sometimes you don't know if the change is good or bad until you take that leap of faith. So I'm just saying I believe that something good is going to come out of it. I'm not going to look for what's bad. That's all around me. I believe that once this starts to go, we're going to start finding avenues of greater marketing to bring in even greater revenue. I mean, I have my own thoughts that I'm in a process of putting together that I'm hoping that all promoters can take part in, so that we can start a network where everybody can pretty much eat at the end of the day, because that's what it's all about, man. And I just believe that this hurdle, this mountain that we have to overcome. I believe when we get to the other side, it's going to work together for good, man. I mean, I'm not going to think negative. I'm not going to do that. You know, I just think that it's time to shift gears. We've been in the same gear in boxing since like Civil War. You know what I mean? So it's time. It's time for something new to come along. You know. I
Great.
just think I think that this is going to be a blessing in disguise.
Great, great. Man, that's awesome. I know in another couple of months, guys, I want to share this with you. We're going to be located in Philadelphia filming a movie, and the movie is going to be based on Sonny Liston.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're doing a movie on Sonny
Nice.
Liston in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, you
He
know,
deserves that.
I posted on how that goes, and I mean, you guys are the Jedis of boxing. You know, Sonny Liston, man, he could put his fist through a brick wall.
Yeah.
He got big fist too, man.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
hands.
he did. Yeah, he did. Never like you guys, never back down to nobody or nothing.
Right,
I
right.
really appreciate you guys taking your time and coming on the Slip Punches show. And you know, for the community of boxing, we all thank you, and we hope to have you guys back.
Likewise, man. Thank you so much for having us. It's very important so the people in boxing know these new times of boxing, you know, hearing it from you know, former champions and all that good stuff. So thank you, Damon.
Thank you, Press. Lamon, closing comments?
Hey man, again, man, thank you for supporting boxing. It's helped people like Freds and myself and you to, you know, have positive things to come out and to live in life, you know, like because of boxing,
Amen.
I've been able to
Yeah.
try to motivate and give back, and it's helped me not to turn to drugs in terms of selling drugs growing up in the 80s and the 90s in the ghetto. So boxing has been great for me, and so I just ask the people, if you don't support me, if you don't support Freds, if you don't support Damon, just support boxing, man, because it
Amen.
keeps cats like us out of your house. Well, no, in all seriousness, though, man,
No doubt.
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the sport. I'm grateful for the fans. And if I can ever do anything, man, to give back to this to anybody in this sport, man, I'm always gonna try to do that because my hashtag is we all we got.
Yeah, I'm blessed and humbled to know both of yous and have the application to share ringside as a writer in both your careers and both your fights. And I really appreciate you very much, both of you guys.
Likewise, Damon. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you, Damon.
Always a good look. I appreciate you, and we'll
Yes,
see
sir.
you back soon.
All
Hey,
right.
Layman,
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
call you. All right, so we can talk.
Oh,
I wanna
okay,
support
thank
you.
you. All right,
Okay.
baby. Yes, sir.
Keep on punching, guys.
All right,
Yes,
cool,
sir.
cool.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
All righty. Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Slip Punches Show with Oquendo, Buddy McGirt, Lamon Brewster, and we had Jameel McCline on for a short period of time, but we'll get him on the show again shortly. Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Keep on punching.